Oh man. Okay, I retract my previous statement when I said I saw nothing about the update that looks bad. This is definitely the one thing I'm like, bummer. Big bummer. So, SitRep, brand new teaser release leaks, trailers, videos, photos of the brand new Erangel for update 26.1. That's season 26 for PUBG. This is not to be confused with the upcoming new 8x8 map codenamed Neon, which is slated to release sometime in November, I believe is the current rumor mill, probably with update 27 or 26.2. So let's go ahead and jump into the new Erangel teaser. Let's break it down, everything you need to know from it, and then we'll take a look at the leaked screenshots that PUBG sent all the partners, showing a lot of the changed areas of Erangel and a before and after comparison to really see what's what. Let's take a look. The teaser trailer that PUBG put out, you can see this yourself on YouTube. They even put it on Twitter, but it's a little bit better quality if you go watch it directly on YouTube here. So volume up and play. Gliders! Best pilot in A. Underground bunkers. Securities. Security rooms. Play free now. Put it in reverse, Terry. Number 1. Brand new area of the map. This used to be Watertown. Do you remember Watertown? It's gone. It's replaced by Boat Town or Boatyard. Very good change, in my opinion. Love the crane addition, giving you some cheeky spots to land up there. I like the glider here, although the glider looks kind of superimposed, like an editing trick. Look how small the glider looks compared here. Coming in hot. Who has a... Hey, who loots a Mark 14 from the crate and doesn't grab a helmet? And then gets tonked in the back with a butt pan. Dynamic. It becomes dynamic. We don't have clarification on what they mean by it becomes more dynamic. We won't know more until next week when the patch notes come out, or the week after. I think they come out the week after, but we'll see, because it should be going on test server in 2 weeks. Or next week, rather. Dynamic, in my opinion, means one of two things. A, dynamic weather, like on, I think Destin has dynamic weather, where it could start to rain in the middle of the match and then stop raining at some later point in the match, or vice versa. Start with no rain and then rain could roll in. I would be cool with that. Or it could mean dynamic like Paramo. If you remember, Paramo has a dynamic map POI where like 4 or 5 of the POIs can actually change position every time you load up the map. So that could mean they're doing that to Erangel. I don't think they would do that, because I don't think that feature was very well received on Paramo. But again, we don't have any confirmation of that yet. So that's just my 2 cents on what the two different meanings of dynamic is. They bring you to the next area, Stalber, which got a huge changeover from Erangel, I guess it would be called 2.0, the previous Erangel. And we'll have some more screenshots to break down here in a second, but it's basically Stalber is like a new telescope scientific warehouse situation. They got a brand new building added, like a whole different design, a brand new building that it looks like it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 flights up. So a very large building. And again, we'll have some screenshots to break down in just a few minutes, but it's like a top-down overview of that big building with the big telescope there, a couple of warehouses, a couple of the satellite buildings, some smaller warehouses, smaller satellite telescopes. Really cool looking stuff. And is that... Check it. I just saw this down here in the bottom right. We're going to look at the screenshot to see if it has this. You see this down here? Does that vehicle look like it's a police car? Like there's a buggy right here. I'll be damned if that's the police car from Destin. It might not be, but that's very interesting. We'll have to take a look at that. Keep going. This is inside that same building we just looked at with the telescope up front. First of all, chat, who's rocking a canted sight with a 2x? Which one of y'all did this? Which one of y'all got a 2x on a canted sight? They're exploring the underground hidden hidden bunker. Go back one sec. And behind this security door, I don't know if you'll see it on the stream. My brightness is a little bit higher on my monitor. Vector, a bunch of meds, Graza, barrel. So there's potential to have level 3 weapons in here. I'm not sure if there will also be level 3 gear like helmets and vests or backpacks, but inside of the secret security room, which is going to require a secret key, they're going to have some great loot you can get in there, very similar to Destin. And before anyone says, oh no, secret rooms in PUBG Erangel, hot tip. Erangel has always had secret rooms. They actually had one way back. I did a video on all the secret locations of all the PUBG maps, by the way, if you're curious about what maps have what locations. You've got the church. Inside of the church, you have a hidden room. You can go down here. Does not require a key. There's all kinds of loot. And then you can actually open that sliding door and there's more loot inside of here. And PUBG also has, or Erangel also has underground bunker rooms throughout the map already. They do not require a key. They're around these buildings. So you can actually go inside and enter them from inside the building or outside the building. And they have those wooden floorboards that you have to destroy to get access into. So that's always been in the game. It just seems like now they're actually fleshing that out a bit for the lore, which I think could be really cool. I'm just hoping that it's not like a multi-layered underground thing like Sandhawk was. If you remember Sandhawk 2.0, Boot Camp got this multi-leveled underground basement. That I think didn't play that well. So I'm hoping it's just like a single layer kind of thing here that they're introducing for Erangel. But so that's the quick teaser trailer for Erangel. Now let's take a look at all of the images that PUBG sent us showing the actual changes in a comparison with the old Erangel. Starting off with the old boatyard here. So this is a very good image of boatyard, kind of giving you like a backwards feed here. A couple other details we can pick up. Obviously, you can see just the boatyard drop itself. A couple of details that I noticed, and we don't have confirmation on this yet. But number one, in all of the images, and tell me if you see something different, I didn't see any blue chip revive stations. Keep a lookout for that on the screenshots as we go through them. Even in that video that PUBG just showed, I didn't notice any blue chip revive, you know, the blue generator looking things that you would walk up to revive someone at. And that could just be because these images were taken from an earlier build as they were testing out the build. That's very, very possible. But just something I wanted to kind of note. At the top left, you can see way up here, you can see the updated Stalber here. This is the big, telescope observation tower way up there in Stalber. But this is the hill that leads over to Razak, and we do not see the water tower where the water tower used to be. And then all of this looks way different for Razak. You would usually see Razak right here. All of the buildings and all that for Razak. Again, I don't know if this is just for this build, if they left out certain compounds or they changed certain layouts. We don't know, but it's just something I'm pointing out to keep in mind. Hey, maybe there's more changes than what we see here. If we follow just the terrain, so this road used to lead over to school. This has definitely been changed. So school and apartments, we don't see it, but we do see the terrain, and it looks like a lot of different elevations on the terrain. So very interesting. Another image of the boatyard. And again, nothing about blue chip revive towers. I don't see them anywhere. Would be kind of cool, but I doubt it. If this is like an open close bay, dam door, it probably wouldn't have any real use case, but just be kind of cool to interact with. Maybe get a boat in and out. Be cool if a boat spawned there, maybe. Again, another image of boatyard. And yeah, I'll say my thoughts on boatyard. I think it looks great, man. Like Watertown was very nostalgic. I mean, I guess let's be honest. The entire Erangel map is very nostalgic. This map, you know, was the first PUBG map. So it's going to be very near and dear to a lot of people's hearts. And so I understand if some people are like, they don't want to see any changes. I get it. But for me, this is already a great change because the old Watertown, if we're really being honest, was toxic to play in. It was waist deep. You couldn't walk fast. You know, if your teammate gets knocked, it was just really tough to get a revive play. You couldn't smoke grenade in the water. There's all kinds of stuff that just didn't really make it a great place to go or a great place to loot. It's very hard to move around and traverse. It's cleaned up significantly. You've got a couple of really big warehouses, which is great for looting. You've got the old diner, cafe, a couple of houses. So I think all in all, this is a big improvement for Watertown. I do like it. I do like it. What are your thoughts on Watertown? Moving on to the next area. Oh, I guess we should also just point out too. We'll see it in the another image, but that's ruins right there. Ruins for the most part, I believe, is unchanged, but we'll have some more images of that. The big mountain is still there too. Now bringing us over to Mylta. So Mylta City, not Mylta Power. Mylta got a big change too. If I go to what's the before and after here? Check it out. Look, here's the before Mylta. Did I move my camera? Hold on. There we go. All right, so with my mouse. Hello. So here's before Mylta, and here's new Mylta, and now my head's blocking this side. But up here, this is new Mylta. You can still see Mylta Power and the Gas Monkey Garage. Those are still there, and they look to be untouched. Same number of warehouses and all that kind of good stuff. So that's all still there, unchanged. Old Mylta, new Mylta. Old and busted, new hotness. A lot of things going on here. Number one, more buildings, a little more symmetrical looking from like creek to creek side. More buildings in the back. This whole area has gotten changed significantly. It looks like there's much more cover and traversal opportunities, which is good in my opinion. Very good, because it used to suck if you had to run out here with no vehicle. There's a circle ended there or something. So now you actually have potential to play like this. You're just dead out here, right? This is good, I think. Good change. Yeah, tons of new buildings, tons of new warehouses. Pretty big change there. Beach looks unchanged, right? I guess they maybe had some little divots where the water kind of enters into the bay, but for the most part, unchanged. These buildings are all the same. New warehouses. The surrounding buildings look the same though, right? Yeah, the 3 compounds on the mountain, the 2 there, and the couple in the street. 1, 2, 3 on the mountain, and then the ones in the streets. That looks the same. Sniper tower. Yeah, that's all the same. So the external buildings around Mylta are the same. I like it. I like it. So far, I'm 2 for 2 on their changes. I think Boatyard is really good, and I think Mylta is also good. Thoughts on Mylta? We have some more images to show you here. So here's a top down looking at the other direction side for Mylta, and you can see better images of the field here, better images of the compound. Again, I'm not seeing any blue chip revive stations anywhere, like nowhere. So I'm hoping that's just like a deal with this test build that they're showing off. I'm hoping, but we'll see. Now an elephant that we need to address in the room is out here. Look out here. There's no bridge. There's no compound on Sharkfin. There's no ferry compound and no bridge back here. However, we just replicated that earlier in today's stream. In the replay feature, there is a certain angle that you can get that it will not render in all of this stuff. It'll still render in trees and all that, but it will not render in the bridge, in the buildings, and the bridge back there. So I don't think there's any cause for concern that they've removed the bridge or anything like that. That's very easily replicated in the replay system. Yeah, I don't think it's an error. It's just that's what the replay system does. When you get certain distances from objects, it can render away. And when you're in the replay system, there's a zoom in feature. So their camera could actually be really far back right now, and they just zoomed in from the camera, but the render distance is based on where the camera is. So if the camera's way out there, it's not going to render stuff past a certain distance. but the camera can still zoom in closer to what is being rendered. So that's, I think, what's happening here. Okay, don't be concerned there. I know Bob would be pissed if they took off the bridges too. Another image of Mylta. This is that little kind of creek area that pours into the bay. What I thought was a really cool little touch, little level of detail. Look right here. You see how the water has this oily slick on it? And then you look in the water and there's oil canisters tipped over in the water. I thought that was just a really cool touch of detail to give you a little more immersion in the game. I like that a lot. That was cool. And so again, this is looking in this, oh, sorry. Where is it at? This area here. So that's what that little image is showing. I thought it was really cool. Is this Mylta again? Yeah, this is Mylta again. So this is kind of closer to the farmland. Ooh, I wonder if this stuff, if you can shoot through it. Gotta hope not. Gotta hope not. Look at this. It's kind of like paintball looking, huh? Like a little paintball field. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Oh, these are new. These little like corn stalk. What the hell is this? These are the new hay bales? Yeah, up here too. I wonder if these are destroyable, just like the old hay bales were. Looks like a giant weed nugget. Jesus Christ. Get your mind out the 420 gutter. Interesting. Cool. Yeah, so, I mean, again, so far, not being a person who always into Mylta, I like this change. I think this is a good change. I think it's a good change. What's next? That's Mylta. Here's Ruins and the boatyard. So just a top-down image, and I believe Ruins is pretty much unchanged. All right, here's a before. So old Watertown, old Ruins, and after. Oh no, I lied. Okay, I lied. Ruins is changed. I lied. Ruins is changed. The big hill is unchanged, it looks like. Church, Breach, unchanged. This is old. Here's new. This area is new. This looks like it's new. The corner leading from the four houses, is that new or old? I think it's new. Old. Yeah, it's old. Oh no, this isn't new. That's the same. So really, it's like this area and this area are new, just to give you maybe better cover traversing from boatyard into Ruins. You have, you know, just more cover in between there, which is, again, I think it's a good thing. Adding more cover is never a bad thing. And so good. That's a move in the right direction. What about this? Is this the same? Bridge is the same. The four buildings are the same. That looks the same. The area way out here with the garage, that's the same. Yeah, so all that's looking the same. Oh wait, what's that blue thing? What is that? Oh, tricky. Y'all see what I'm seeing? Look right where my mouse is. Look at this. This is the old Watertown. This is the revive station. Now, pay really close attention to what I'm going to do. I'm going to swap to the new image. Watch where that guy goes. He's right here, okay? Watch where that guy goes. It's like floating. Did they copy paste it? Because this is not obviously sitting in the water. That's funny. Dude, that's really funny. So still no confirmation that the revive recall tower thing is in the game. Hanging from the crane. Imagine you had to climb the crane to to revive your buddy. That's actually kind of funny. Very stupid but funny. All right, what else? Here's the security, the bunker, secret room, security. Location. Where's this at on the map? Here's the mini map. Where's this at? Shack. Oh, is this the big open field where that big kind of mansion warehouse is? Like the single mansion warehouse with the big square around it? Is that this field? Like that's that area? And then there's two shacks on the east side of the street, right? That shack and this shack. That looks like that's where this is. Do I have any images of it here? It would be down here. Like, so here's the road. To the right are your bunkers. Down the big dip is the little compound, the single mansion, and then the street. I think that's right where that is. So here's the security. key to that secret room. And then some more images of Stalber. Let's take a look. Dude, it's all new. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I really do like the new Stalber. This, oh look, it actually has like a top-down entrance too. Oh, you know the video that we were looking at when I said I was nervous that it was underground? I don't think it was underground. I think it was just this right here. Like obviously the bunker was underground because the stairs go down, but I think in the area where I was like, oh man, I wonder if they're underground, multi-layered, I think that might have just been this building. It might have just been in one of these floors, which is really, really good to see. That makes me happy. I like this drop, man. It looks cool. Confirmed PUBG adding helicopters. Lol. So here's the road. This is actually right where that little bunker would be. The secret room. So the road comes here, and right off the screen, it would be right around here. If you see where my mouse is on the right side, it would be right around there. Because this road, like this area right here, mansion would be right here. Prison here. Then what's the little high ground area called? I forget what it's called. You know, like the little two buildings right here. Heaven. Heaven's there. Mansion here. Prison here. Which actually we haven't seen anything about mansion or prison. And back in the dev letter roadmap, I was guesstimating that they would be replacing those or changing those. Oh, look, ziplines are added. Yo, I didn't notice this. Oh, sweet. Yo, this is huge. Hold on. Is this the only one? There's one there too. Look. See the orange on the ground? Looks like a zipline. Okay, so this is actually big news. Like obviously ziplines in PUBG isn't new, isn't big, but this would be the first integration into Erangel. And that'd be really important for areas like apartments. You know how toxic apartments is? Los Leones, you know how toxic that area is. If they add zip lines as an alternative means to push those buildings, dude, that's a big positive improvement for those areas. If they add the zip line to those, I'm hoping they do if they have it here. Although I will say I'm a little sad to see no horizontal zip lines added like Miramar has. I was honestly expecting them to throw one up at Stalber and have it go down to wherever, but it doesn't look like that to be the case. What's that drop called back there? That looks unchanged. I forget what it's called, but that one back there, this area looks unchanged. That looks unchanged. Up here. So honestly, a lot of the area, like a lot of the map looks the same. Kamishki, thank you. A lot of the map looks the same. It's just a few of the POIs. Is that Spawn Island right there? There better not be no goddamn comeback arena. Oh, here's a side by side. Thanks, PUBG. Wait, did I just do that? How did I do that? Wait, how did I do that? Oh, wow. Look at me learning how to use a computer. Okay, here's the old Stalber. Here's the new Stalber. Dude, that's a huge change. Look at it. That's a huge change. Even the oh no, okay, I was gonna say even the freaking beach is different, but it's just a different angle they took the photo. That's a big improvement. Big improvement. Oh, Potato, good point about the rocks. That's a really good point. Here's just all grass going down. This looks, like you said, very aggressive with the elevation. That's a great point. All right, is that it? That's the last image. Thoughts, chat? Thoughts on the new images and the leak video of Erangel? What are we thinking? Jesus Christ. I'll say my opinion. Overall, I haven't seen anything that I'm dissatisfied with the exception of the blue chip revive station being absent from all of these images, but I'm pretty sure that's simply like because they didn't add it in this test mode that they were doing. I think that's the only thing we're seeing there. I think it's still in the game. I think it's still on the map, but that's the only thing I've kind of like noticed so far that I was like, ooh, I'm worried about that, because we already confirmed the render issue, that the bridges are still there. That's not an issue. What else? I thought there was a lot of underground play area. I think that's incorrect. I think it's only this initial underground entrance with the security rooms, which there might be multiple of these, to be fair, you know, we'll have to see. But I think this area has, you know, 4 or 5 floors, which is why it looked like, oh no, underground fighting in the video, but I think it's just inside that building. So yeah, man, so far I'm happy. KFC is going to be in October, probably when this map drops. But like I said earlier, I think the KFC collaboration is just going to be temporary. I would not expect the KFC collaboration to stay in Erangel permanently. Probably just like for a couple months, whatever they pay, you know, whatever paperwork they sign to agree to do that, you know. Does anyone think it looks bad? From the most part, I've seen everyone's comment looks good. Is anyone not like what they've seen so far? Yo, Lord, we don't know, man, about the red zone. I mean, we can only assume. And if I had to assume, I would assume that the red zone is gone, because it's gone on every other new map they've added. Now that also means likely will be replaced with something. The video shows red zone in action on Stalber, does it? Let's take a look. Is this a red zone? Oh, is that a red zone? I see what you're talking about. Alexa, pause. Oh no. Hold on. I think you're right. Oh no. Oh no. On the bottom right and right here is what I'm looking at. Here and here. Oh no. Why? Oh, there's 2 zip lines. Oh no, just 1 zip line over here. So a zip line on this part, a zip line on this part, and maybe a zip line on the other part too. Oh man. Okay, I retract my previous statement when I said I saw nothing about the update that looks bad. This is definitely the one thing I'm like, bummer. Big bummer. There's no way they keep the red zone after all this time. No way, right? Like that's just like a grenade or something right there, right? A C4 or something, but that looks like red zone explosives. Oh man, I listen, I hope not, but I think you're right, guys. I think you're right. And I think this is a police car, is it not? Down here, doesn't this look like a police car? Although it could be like a custom game that they're doing and you can spawn whatever cars you want, so doesn't necessarily mean there's a police car being added. There's a BRDM pulling up right there. That does look like a police car. Dang. Okay. Well, I retract my previous statement. That's the one thing I've seen that I'm not a big fan of. Okay. Can't win them all. I was hoping for a brief radioactive rainstorm or something with a Geiger counter ticking. That would have been interesting. Tick, 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 tick. What's more dynamic in this ocean? We don't know. My guess, my interpretation is either dynamic weather or dynamic map POIs, but I really hope it's not dynamic map POIs.